I forget sometimes that biplanes were actually commonly built with two seats like this. Well, not quite like this, both of them were pointing forwards. In fact, actually, sometimes they were pointing backwards as well, who cares? Anyway, today we're going to be building a biplane with two seats, and then we're going to be moving on to building something with two fuselages that looks kind of cool. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, I don't know which one of these guys is actually pointing forwards, so let's go ahead and do this. There we go, that guy's pointing forwards. We're going to add two guys like this, and then we're going to go to, I was going to say to a point, but actually, this is going to have a motor mounted to the front. Okay, I mean, that's kind of weird so far, but sure. Shove that on there like that. Beautiful. We're then going to go backwards, and we're going to build onto there as well. So we're going to go backwards, I don't know, like 3 blocks? Yeah, sure, that makes sense. We're going to squidge it this way. We're going to squidge it this way just a little bit. And then we're going to move it upwards, just like that. There we go. I feel like that's too far back. But because we can't skinny these guys up, that's as far back as it's going to go. In fact, I might even make it longer. There we go. Okay, what I actually want to do is delete this guy because it's going to go too fast for our wings. So we're going to reintroduce just a smaller engine, and that'll be fine. Let's go to wings really quickly, and we're going to have to do this a bit weirdly. We're going to have to go with 2 of these joined together. That's right. Yep, mirror it so it's on both sides. Excellent. We're then going to go with one of these guys in the center, but we're going to have to go with 2 because otherwise the wings aren't really going to be big enough for what we need. So there we go. Shove those guys on there. I'll move this one downwards slightly so it looks a little bit better. And then I guess we chuck this guy on this one. And then we chuck this guy on this one like this. There we go. So we got double wings. That looks pretty crazy, but I quite like it. Then we got to add these guys because we can. So let's just do these guys at the end of the wing. I think I'm going to move it downwards slightly so it's not poking out the top. It is poking out the bottom, but that's fine. And then we're going to add another one somewhat like mid-wing. There we go. I'm going to move it backwards slightly. And then I want to move it downwards slightly as well. Just like a tiny bit. There we go. Okay, cool. So we got our biplane wings actually mounted. I do kind of feel like this is still too far back, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a tail wing. I want to go with the round ones. We're going to shove those guys onto there like this. And we're going to shove one of them onto the top like so. Okay, so far so good, although I feel like this is too far back, so we're going to do this. Okay, I mean, it's weird looking, but let's go with it. Alright guys, we don't have any extra fuel or anything like that, but let's see if we can get this thing into the air with just this small engine. I think we will be able to. It says go up is S. Honestly, we can do that. There we go, we're in the air. We don't have any extra fuel tanks or anything like that, but we are flying. It totally works. Nice. Yeah, okay. Yeah. What I think would actually be kind of fun is to build some sort of like Mustang thing where we have a fuselage on the left and a fuselage on the right and then wings in the middle and on the right and left. But also in the style of a biplane. I think that'd be really, really cool. So let's do that next. Okay, so what I'm going to do is not mirror anything for right now. I'm going to chuck a wing onto here really quickly. What I'm then going to do is grab a fuselage, the same size as this guy, right? Like that, I guess. We're going to make it smaller so that it fits to the same place as this guy. One smaller would be great, there we go. And then I'm going to chuck that on the wing right here. We're then going to chuck an engine on the front of there, like this guy. And then if I add the fuselages behind there, we should be good. But realistically, I don't want 2 fuselages. I only want 1. So, get rid of this guy. Shove that directly onto there. Get rid of this. Oh, you know what? I can't do that. Because then I won't be able to mirror it properly. So, chuck this guy in here. Send it backwards. Was it 3? I think it's 3. There we go. Grab this. Make it skinnier by loads. Make it this, like that. There we go. Good. We're then going to raise this up to there. I'm going to add the wings onto the back of there. So tail wing, we're going to go with these guys. And then realistically, we should be good. Unfortunately, though, this is on backwards. So shove that on there like that. We're going to have to do another one the same way. All right, flip that over. Yes. And then we got to chuck some on the top as well. Here we go. Bosh that on there. somewhat centrally, spin it around. Awesome. Yes. The only thing is, we need to get rid of this thing right here. So, get rid of this. Get rid of this. Delete it. Yes. Get a fuselage. Shove one of these on here. Oh, I can't do it. It goes on backwards. No, I needed to go on that piece. That's not good. Okay, I've had to, like, build it backwards, which is a bit weird, but there you go, that's there. We now need to chuck this guy back onto here, kind of like this. Hopefully they're lined up somewhat. And then, what? We need to chuck this guy onto there, but it needs to be the other way around. Yeah, like that. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. Alright, shove this down into there. I mean, that's not quite right. We're almost there, though. There we go. And then maybe somewhat sideways? Oh, I don't know. Like that. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Definitely not like that. Bring it back across. There we go. I'm struggling. I am actually struggling here. Is it not quite attached, maybe? Alright, do this slightly. There we go. Alright, I think that's much better than it was. Still a bit weird. Anyway, if I grab this and move it this way, which I need to do, we then need to move this guy that way as well. Yeah, bring it across into there. Awesome. I mean, that's pretty cool so far. That is exactly what I wanted, so we're good. Okay, so this is where problems start to arise. I can't actually delete this wing now, and it's too far forwards, so I don't know what to do. I have no idea what I can even do. Wooden wing, maybe we just build the wings really far forward. I guess that could be fine. Okay, so we've done those. We're gonna add the same thing. If I mirror this and this. Whoa, 3? I don't need 3. Delete this guy and this guy. Okay. We need to add the wings onto these guys on this side. So about there and about here. There we go. And then we need to add all of the upright pieces as well. Alright guys, we got wings on. There we go. I can't move this piece upwards because it actually wants to move the whole thing, and moving the whole thing is not what I want to do, so it's a little bit bumpy on top of the wings, but it is what it is, so that's fine. What we now need to do is actually add landing gear to the front. We're going to shove some steel ones on here. We're going to shove it so that the line is there. So that we can copy it on this side. There we go, so that the line is right there. We're then going to go with 2 tail wheels, just like these ones. Small rear wheels, they're going to be mounted to the line at the back, just so that I can get it in the same place on both, pretty much. There we go. Alright, nice. Is this thing able to fly? Honestly, I think it will be able to fly fine, but we'll see. Alright, here we go. Throttle up, let's go! Oh, okay. We're pretty slow. But we are actually airborne. There we go. Oh, that thing is sick. Yeah. I like it a lot. The thing is, it is going to use a lot of fuel very quickly. But if we added some fuel tanks into each of these, I think it would still be able to fly and still be fine. So, let's go ahead and try and take it back home. There's no way I glide this, is there? Nah, we're falling out the sky. We're going to die. Ah! Yikes. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to add a fuel tank into each of these. It's going to be one of the big ones, which is quite large, to be fair. There we go. And we'll see if we can actually carry this. Hopefully we can. So, chuck a fuel tank on there. There we go. Lower it in, so we can't really see it. Good. Lower this one in so we can't see it as well. Alright. Now we've got loads of fuel, and it should be good. Come on! I still don't know whether it'll actually be able to take off with this amount of weight, though. It is quite a lot of added weight, but if the rear wheel comes off the ground, which it is, oh, we can fly. Just about. Yeah. Nice. There we go. So we've built a twin biplane. That's kind of what I wanted to build at the start, and we've totally done it. That is awesome. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see next. And if you want to see these videos before they actually come out to everybody, become a member. Also, thank you for everybody that is a member. You guys are awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.